He was like no other pope before him, the first from Latin America, devoted to justice and a controversial reformer. The white smoke that billowed out of the Vatican on March 13th, 2013 signalled the election of Jorge Mario Bergoglio, who was introduced by his new name, Pope Francis.
Brothers and sisters, good evening.
Modesty would be a hallmark of his pontificate. Long before he became Francis, his message was, "I am one of you." Jorge Mario Bergoglio was the son of Italian immigrants in Argentina. He trained as a chemical engineer before studying theology. He then joined the Jesuit order and was ordained a priest in 1969. 30 years later, he was appointed Archbishop of Buenos Aires. He preferred taking the train to work rather than be driven around. He stayed true to form as Pope.
We are used to the big American limousines, and this is a Mr. Bean car by comparison.
The media latched on to his down-to-earth nature.
I've always carried my bag myself. It's normal.
The difference between Francis and his predecessor Benedict XVI, who resigned from office, could not have been greater. Francis was comfortable in the spotlight. Benedict was considered a shy theorist. Yet the two got along well. Francis saw himself as an advocate for those without a voice. He visited refugee camps during the migration crisis, when xenophobia reached new heights in Europe. He welcomed migrants to the Vatican and prayed for the thousands who perished in the Mediterranean.
The sea, a cemetery.
Francis was a political pope who supported peace negotiations in Colombia and in the Central African Republic. He played a crucial role in forging the way to a diplomatic thaw in relations between Cuba and the US under the Obama administration. And he prayed for peace in the Middle East, at Jerusalem's Western Wall, and at the wall Israel built around the Palestinian territories. Pope Francis didn't shy away from taking on the most powerful politicians in the world, as then US President Donald Trump soon learned.
A person who repeatedly only thinks about building walls and not bridges is not a Christian.
But Francis's papacy was not without controversy. In his native Latin America, critics staged protests against him. As a young priest, he was accused of failing to speak out against Argentina's brutal military rule of the 1970s. He was also lambasted for mishandling sex abuse scandals that rocked the Catholic Church. Many conservatives were sceptical about the Pope's approach to renew the Church, cleaning up the influential Vatican Bank and appointing new cardinals, especially in developing countries. Traditionalists found this irritating. Then Francis met with a gay couple and conveyed an understanding for their way of life.
If someone is gay and he searches for the Lord and has goodwill, who am I to judge?
For many in the Vatican, such a comment from a pope was unthinkable. Francis felt the backlash.
Reforming Rome is like cleaning the Sphinx of Egypt with a toothbrush.
In early 2023, he became the first pope in modern times to preside over the funeral of another pontiff. Struggling to walk, Francis blessed the coffin of his predecessor, Pope Benedict. Tens of thousands packed into St. Peter's Square to attend the Mass and witness history. Pope Francis's own legacy will be marked less by his theological discourses than his enduring image as a man of the people. Because of his humble nature, he enjoyed a popularity like no other pontiff before him, not just among his church followers, but around the world.